We've got this beautiful hill right up behind the main part of campus with a spectacular view overlooking Lake Victoria here. We might as well use gravity to its fullest advantage, water being the primary limiting factor out here for 8 months out of the year. If we start with our water management up at the top of the hill and don't let it run away, don't let it just escape. We want it to slowly move downhill and produce as much productivity in the landscape as we possibly can as it does so. With just the natural rainfall stored properly and then distributed simply by gravity, we can get a lot more productivity. And with feeding 300 mouths every single day, productivity kind of matters. This is just the beginnings. We're starting some new buildings here. We're going to be moving livestock production up to the side of this hill, because one of the things that's in short supply around here is fertilizer. And animals produce a lot of natural, biological, organic fertilizer. And so what we're going to do is we're going to move at least the pigs and the chickens up to the hill here, and possibly sheep in the future, that this whole hillside will become a managed grazing system with wide-spaced trees, macadamia nut, and a nitrogen-fixing tree called moringa. So this whole system, this whole hillside system is designed to eventually be partially shaded with productive woody crops, so that the grasses will be greener longer, they'll green up earlier in the season, they'll stay greener later in the season, and the animals that go across it will keep it mowed a little bit more, and they'll of course urinate and defecate, which helps to increase the soil fertility so the plants grow faster. And all of the fertility from these animals will be moving downhill till it gets to the chicken coop, where the chickens love to scratch through all kinds of wastes. And when the chickens have scratched through the waste, it'll come out the bottom. There's clean-out holes at the bottom where it gets pushed at the bottom. There'll be a composting facility over there where a rich animal and plant manure compost fertilizer will be made. If we're making hyper-nutritious, super fertile compost, and we make a garden right outside the kitchen of the mess hall, it's going to be the most nutrient-dense, vitamin-rich food that you can possibly get, and it's as fresh as you can possibly get, 20 steps from the back door, right into the soup pot, instead of driving 2 hours to Mwanza to buy stuff that's been sitting on a hot shelf for how many days before we finally bought it and brought it back here. Might as well have the good stuff.